What's up, family? If it's your first time checking out the show, let me know what city, what state you're coming in from. If you're outside of the U.S., let me know what country you're representing. Throw up your flag. Family, I need you to smash up the likes, smash up the likes, smash up the likes. Also, if you have not done so already on YouTube, after you subscribe, there's a little bell next to your subscribe button. Go ahead and click that thing right now so you can get your notifications each time I drop a new video like this. That way you'll be in the loop. I let a few hundred of y'all come in, then I'm going in. But in the meantime and in between time, I'm going to give some shots out to the early birds, starting with 80 Acres Homes in the building. What's up, fofo? J-Do Collectibles online. What's up? What's up? Ice Officer. Interesting. Ice Officer. 6'2" Doyle. 6'2" doll. Okay, all right. 6'2" doll. Okay, Trayvon McSellers. East St. Louis in the building. Angela Jefferson, what up? Angela Jefferson, what's up? Connie Hodge, what it look like? Okay. Ray. Just Facts. Ron John. African Pride. See, when you do that, and let them know. You ain't playing no games. All right. Dale, a.k.a. Surdy Edwards. Supreme Justice, California checking in. Dallas checking in with Dale. And Marquise Payne. I'm going in, fam. Now, a few ground rules first. We don't have to agree, but disrespect will not be allowed. I'm cool. I know that a lot of us have different opinions. Even if you are for one party, you Democrat or Republican or independent like myself, we all have different views, and that's fine with me, as long as you bring your views with respect to the host first and foremost. Any disrespect will not be allowed. When I put the Trump in the title, typically a lot of uncivilized mutts come in, and the wind blow the trash in. Hopefully, if there are some good Trump supporters out there, those are the ones who are in the comment section. The rest of y'all can kick rocks barefooted at a concrete plant in the dark. You don't scare nobody. Ain't nobody worried about you like that. Your thoughts mean nothing here. If you come here with any kind of disrespect, I will be brutal towards you, because I ain't got nothing for you but a bunch of pain. It's gonna be my privilege to make your day bad if you come here with any kind of disrespect. Having said that, let me move on. Let me put a pickup on my subject. That dude right there. This dude is incorrigible. This dude has stated that he wants to give reparations to white folks, the real victims of racial discrimination. Ain't that something? He's suggesting that white Americans receive reparations as victims of racial discrimination in education. So in a video that's been widely shared on social media, this dude, the orange man, promised to pursue federal civil rights cases against schools that continue to engage in racial discrimination and unlawful discrimination under the guise of equity. This dude threatened to tax endowments and issue fines against colleges who engage in the so-called discrimination against white Americans. Check out what he says. A portion of the seized funds will then be used as restitution for victims of these illegal and unjust policies that hurt our country so badly. Colleges have gotten hundreds of billions of dollars from hardworking taxpayers, and now We are going to get this anti-American insanity out of our institutions once and for all. We are going to have real education in America. Real education in America. American schools have been failing for years, including universities. And it ain't got nothing to do with DEI. In fact, I would argue that because of their lack of DEI, they've been failing. And here's why I say that. Because when you employ DEI, you give everybody an opportunity. Everybody who is qualified for an opportunity gets an opportunity. This is not just in colleges, but it's also in business. You need to include diversity, equity, and inclusion because it shows customers and employees that you are not afraid to give opportunities to all people. Everyone deserves an opportunity to show their work skills, and have DEI in a business gives everyone a chance. Having DEI in colleges gives everyone a chance. Employees want to work for a company that gives opportunities and is inclusive of all people. That is why DEI is important. Plus, it mirrors the market, it mirrors the community, it mirrors the country. Having DEI generate fresh ideas. Then you have the whole global appeal. It nurtures innovation, you experience better retention. Companies who have D&I programs experience better retention. But you can't tell this to the slow pokes because all they see is, oh, I missed out on an opportunity. Let me explain something to y'all. There ain't one white person in this country who's qualified to do anything who is being overlooked by anybody that's not white. The whole game is set up for them to win. Ain't nobody ever been able to get in the way of that. So that ain't happening. So that is a lie. So when they scream that is just hating. That is just straight up wanting to have everything the way that they want to have everything. And let me explain something to you for all of my white folks that's listening right now. Y'all ain't gonna get no money. Y'all think y'all gonna really get some money? Trump gonna, whatever. Let me tell you something. Anytime Trump talking about money, Trump talking about a hustle. It's a hustle attached to it. This dude is a hustler. Don't you find it a little strange that the guy who bankrupted a university is now talking about suing universities? Don't you find that just a little strange? A guy who left a whole, like thousands of students in dire straits, thousands of students in financial ruin, is now looking out for the students. You really believe that? I know you do, because some of y'all believe anything he say. Anything come out of his mouth, y'all believe it. Yes, boss. I got you, boss. Master, general, captain, hero, better than me, my wife and children put together. I'll serve, I'll suck you. That's how some of y'all sound. Do anything. He can do anything. You ain't, to this day, you ain't never said he made a misstep. You will not say it. You will not fix your mouth to say that he made a mistake. How in the hell do you be a public servant for, I don't know, years or even be the president for a whole term and not make any mistakes. That's impossible. But let y'all tell it, this guy is flawless. He is flawless. Let y'all tell it. Boy, boy, boy. Now just imagine the 10%, 12%, whatever that percentage of black folks who fixed their fingers to vote for Trump. They don't even sound, you know what? But they cool with that because they think they picked a winner. Like their guy won. That's all they think about. It's like their guy won. And somehow they think that's going to trickle down to them winning. This is the second season of the Trump reality show. And it's going to be a lot worse than the first one. It should have been canceled. The first one should have been canceled. It's unclear how this dude plans to handle shutting down the Department of Education. That's what he said he was going to do. He's going to eliminate the Department of Education. He said he's going to drain the government education swamp and stop the abuse of your taxpayer dollars to indoctrinate America's youth with all sorts of things that you don't want to have our youth hearing. Like that little thing called slavery, where their ancestors murdered, raped, lynched, stole, pillaged. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. Do not let, their ears are too sensitive to hear the truth. If I was a white person, I would be embarrassed. I would be mad that this guy thinks that little of me, that I can't hear the truth. I can't handle the truth. That's what it sounds like to me. All of them that's bitching about the truth being told about American history. Black history is American history. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. All of them who have sensitive, who are saying that the young people are being tarnished and their image of America is being tainted. Well, guess what? That's how it goes when you move in a way that's conducive to evilness. The story is the story. Whatever the story is. Let me tell you something, fam. I got a past. Everybody, every sinner got a future, and every saint got a past. So I don't mind bringing up my past from time to time and looking back. That's the old me. The new me is on another level. Now, if somebody wants to talk about the past, if I'm still behaving the same way, I can see why I would be offended. But if I've turned a new leaf and I got my life together and I'm now no longer that person, I can look back on that and say, yeah, that was messed up, but look at me now. It's funny how they don't want to talk about the truth when it comes to these, when it comes to Black history, the suffering of Black people. But at the same time, they don't mind praising and honoring the people who caused the suffering. They got them on billboards. They got them at airports, on airport buildings. They got them on schools. They got them on street signs. They don't mind praising them. You just put names up there. You ain't gonna tell us what these names represent. You ain't gonna tell us the story behind this person. Yeah, we know he was the president, but what did he do? What was his resume? What did he do while he was president? What did he do while he was general? What did this so-called philosopher do? What did this politician do? Give us the history of this guy who has a street sign. This guy whose name is on a federal building. Give us the complete story. Don't just give us the name. See, when you start talking about what these dirty, uncivilized mutts did, that's the part that they don't like. Oh, you can just say, oh, he was a general and da-da-da, as far as our general, he served from this time, da-da-da, cool. Now let's talk about let's talk about the dirty shit that he did. Oh, well, wait a minute. That's too sensitive for our children. We can't do that. We can't hear that. They can't hear that. If I'm a white kid, and I mean, all the way into college, if I'm a student, period, I would feel insulted that these guys are running around saying that it's going to hurt me to hear the truth. I can understand if it was a lie, but where is the lie? If it's a lie, I get it. I get it if it's a lie, but if it's the truth, let the truth be told. The truth shall set you free. Donald Trump, horrible, 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 horrible person. He talking all of this diversity stuff and DEI and talking about endowments. This dude don't even know nothing about what he's talking about. He's just reading from teleprompters. He don't even have any idea what he's talking about. What he's doing is making good on those promises. What he's doing is making good on those people who helped put him in, the hidden hand. That's what he's doing. He's reading from the script. Project 2025 is real. Donald Trump don't have the IQ to come up with that type of stuff himself. And he don't, not just the IQ, but he's not interested. That's boring to him. Helping other people get some money and he ain't getting no money? Nah, man, that ain't Donald Trump. That ain't how he rock. I can't stand looking at the dude. Looks like his whole face looks like a sore. His teeth irks my nerves. I can only look at him for 5 seconds. Right now, y'all, I'm not looking at him. I know y'all looking at him, but I just posted him and I'm looked the other way. I have to look the other way when I'm talking. I can't stand looking at him. I have to look the other way. It's horrible. It's horrible. Donald Trump asking for reparations for white people who have been discriminated against at universities. That's like a rapist. That's like a rapist trying to sue the person that they violated because the person gave him a cold. Or even worse, because the person called out their name. The person went public. There you go. That's a better example. That's even a better example. That's like a rape. Donald Trump, let me let y'all see me. Donald Trump trying to sue colleges and get reparations for white folks who he claims have been discriminated against. Is like a rapist trying to sue the person who got raped because the person who got raped told. Imagine that. Here's the deal. First and foremost, he ain't gonna do nothing. He can't even make that happen. If he get rid of the Department of Education, he can get rid of the Department of Education by just changing the name. But as far as what the Department of Education does, he can't get rid of that. Y'all got to stop believing everything you hear. He can't get rid of that. The dude just be saying anything that his base want to hear. The Department of Education is a federal government agency that oversees education policies and funding. Who's going to do it if he gets rid of it? You got to have an entity like that, right? You got to have an entity that at least functions in that capacity. Who's going to do it? Who's going to oversee education policy and funding? The Department of Education is also responsible for ensuring equal access to education and promotes educational excellence for schools like those throughout the United States. So they're responsible for ensuring equal access. That's why he want to get rid of them, because they don't do a great job, but they do a good enough job to where it gets under his skin that anything that's done to help somebody other than white folks is offensive to him. And let's make this clear. Whatever program that they ever come up with in this country, from welfare on down, that was meant to aid black folks or other folks, white folks have always gotten the lion's share of the profits. They've always gotten the lion's share of the money. Always. They ain't never been a program that they implemented. They ain't never just handed out bread and white folks didn't get the most of it. They ain't never handed out bread that was supposed to be meant to help some other company, some other group of people. And white folks didn't get the majority of that money. Because most of the time, they have to approve the money. So what they're going to do is sit back and say, okay, before we approve this money, how we going to get paid? I ain't just finna give them no bunch of money. I give them something if I can get something out of it. That's how it goes. I give you something if I can get something out of it. What's in it for me? They're going to make sure they get the money. Even if they give you a bunch of money, they're going to set up some type of program to divert those funds. So when you come right back to them, figure out some kind of way where you got to cash that check with them. And then when you cash that check, you're going to be spending money with them here. They're going to set it up that way to get the money right back. That's the hustle. That's the game. Mark my words. Donald Trump ain't never given nobody some money that he can't get access to. Donald Trump is not smart enough to be talking about the Department of Education. He don't even know what it is. I bet you anything he didn't even know what the Department of Education was until one of them 2025 people put that paperwork in his face. Look here, look what they're doing over here, Donnie. They over here hating on us, Donnie. We white. We supposed to have everything. We supposed to have all the chips in our favor. We supposed to have everything. Give me. We supposed to have everything. Now that's not right. You know what? I'm gonna do something about that. Day one, when I'm president, I'm gonna change that. I'm gonna say it again. All y'all white folks out there, y'all students out there who think y'all gonna get a check, you ain't gonna get nothing. You ain't getting nothing. Y'all think y'all finna come up? It ain't gonna happen. This is a hustle. This is a hustle. Every single time Donald Trump opened his mouth and he started talking about money, that is a hustle. Especially if he's talking about giving somebody else some money. That's a hustle. You don't know that by now? Travis the Chimp says, we don't want nothing. Expound, please. Who is we? Who is we? Vicky Slaughter, what's up? Yeah, Soul Weapon. Let's talk about it. All the white folks who cool with this thing that Donald Trump talking about reparations, I ain't never heard y'all so silent on reparations. I ain't never heard y'all this silent about reparations. Usually somebody start talking about reparations, y'all go crazy. Reparations? Hell no, not my tax dollars. Not with my tax dollars. Reparations? No way possible. No, it's not gonna happen. Ha ha ha, ha ha ha. I don't hear y'all not talking now. Y'all church mouths quiet about reparations. Y'all ain't saying nothing. Interesting. It's just very interesting. Y'all support reparations, nah. So, let's talk about reparations. So, reparations are meant to acknowledge a wrongdoing, right? Reparations are meant to repair the causes and consequences of human rights violations and inequality in countries emerging from dictatorship, armed conflict, political violence, as well as in societies dealing with racial injustice and legacies of colonization. If any group of people deserve reparations in this country, before you give anybody any kind of reparations for anything, y'all need to stroke a check, however many, for the descendants of enslaved people. This country ain't even this country without the work that Black folks put in, the free labor for hundreds of years. This country ain't got the power it got. So you can say what you want to say about Black folks, but we built it, and that's indisputable. A 34-time convicted felon. Good Lord. A 34-time convicted felon. A dude who has been impeached twice. found liable in a civil case for rape, sexually violating a woman, and accused of violating dozens more. Yet, he's about to walk into the White House for the second time and be the face of the country. America is the laughing stock of the universe. I know some of y'all so slow you don't know that because you think you live in a bubble. It's kind of like some people who live in New York. Now, New York, y'all know I cover y'all. I love y'all. And a lot of y'all good people. But some New Yorkers, they think the entire world revolves around New York, especially the United States. They think the United States don't move without New York. Like, there just can't be a better place. There just can't nothing happen without New York. That's what they think. Trump went to the White House today. Melania stayed back. Who would pass up an opportunity to visit the White House? Even if you've been there, you get used to it. You want to always be there. You get invited by the president, the sitting president of the United States, to visit the White House. You're getting ready to take over. Wouldn't it be, at the very least, diplomatic to show up? Melania said, nah, I don't have to smell this guy any longer. I'm not going to do it. I don't care what you say. I'm done. I'm not going. Oh, yeah, there is trouble in the White House. Well, in whatever kind of house they live in, whatever color it is. But there's clearly some trouble. Perhaps that's why he's so angry. People with low self-esteem are always angry, always picking fights, always think everybody's out to get them, always trying to make somebody else's life miserable. Trump got to be sitting back like amused as hell. He's probably dumbfounded, actually. Like, damn, man, I got low self-esteem. I really have a lot of insecurities, but they keep praising me like I'm a Superman, like I'm a hero. They praise me so often. They really do be praising me. They really do believe that I can do anything. They think I'm the one that's going to save the United States of America. I'm going to save the United States. Trump sitting back going like, man, I can't believe they actually put me in the White House the first time. Whoo, white privilege is beautiful. Dude, white privilege is just beautiful. He knows he's not qualified to run a country. He can't even run a business. He knows he's not qualified. The first time he won, he stood there on that stage. He looked like a deer in headlights. Like, what the hell did I get myself into? And when he went to visit Barack Obama at the White House, go back and watch that video. He was just sitting there like with his hands in his lap, like, damn, what am I going to do now? What should I do? What am I supposed to do? He looking like, man, ain't no way I would vote for me. I wouldn't even vote for me, but they vote for me for some reason. They believe in me, so I'm going to ride it out. I'm just going to ride it out. dude put a white supremacist on his team, a couple of white supremacists. He put a white nationalist on his team. What's his name? Steven something? What's that dude's name? Let me see, what's this dude's name? Stephen Miller. Yeah. He put that dude on his team. That dude he picked to carry out anti-immigration, his anti-immigration agenda, which is ain't gonna have no teeth. I promise you, fam. They're talking about taking out, deporting 20 million illegal immigrants. They ain't gonna even deport 1 million illegal immigrants. I guarantee you they won't do it. I guarantee you they won't do it. You ain't gonna do nothing. They're gonna load up a couple of boats, load up a couple of buses, and everybody gonna start getting all excited. Well, not everybody, but the people that ride with him. They're gonna get all excited, and then all of a sudden, all that talk gonna go away. A few people they're gonna file a few motions in the courts and stuff like that. And man, some of those judgments ain't gonna go the way he wanted, and it's gonna fizzle out. That whole immigration thing gonna fizzle out. He had 4 years to get immigration right. The first time he didn't do it. Why he didn't do it the first time? If Trump didn't do anything else for aspiring politicians, he lowered the bar so low that any old regular dummy can be a politician. Any old regular dummy knows that they can be the president. Well, with white privilege, what I'm saying. If you're a regular dummy with white privilege, you can be the president. Anybody else, you're gonna have to be exceptional. You're gonna have to be exceptional. All that speak your mind stuff, they ain't gonna let you do that. These are the same people that's talking about I like Trump because he speaks his mind. He says what he wants to say, and he don't care what nobody say about it. Who else y'all know that's like that? But they don't like that. Wrong color for them. Yeah, fam. Yeah, wrong color for them. Ooh, man, there's something about a black man standing on 10. A black man speaking his mind unapologetically. Woo! Ooh, it burns them up. It just hurts their heart. Gives them anxiety. They just be really angry about that. Huh. Interesting. Eric D, what up? Always something. Travis the chimp, not really. What's up, Frederick Murditt? Pure Michigan. Novice something Hakeem says, Willie D, stop supporting LGBTQ, bro. What's wrong with supporting LGBTQ? What's wrong with supporting them? They people. If they live their life a certain way, just like you live your life a certain way, you got a right to do that, right? I ain't got no problem with that. But don't try to force it on nobody else. That's my problem. Don't try to force it on don't try to force it on our children. Don't try to force these pronouns on us and all this type of stuff and try to get people in trouble on their job because they called you a sir because you look like a sir and sound like a sir, but you want to be addressed as a man. That's the issue I got. I got an issue with that. I do have an issue with that. I got an issue with men going into women's bathrooms. I got an issue with that. But as far as supporting their right to exist and be left the F alone, yeah, I support that. I ain't got no problem saying that. Eric McFarlane. Miss Jazzy is in the building. What's up, Miss Jazzy? Fun Too Real. What up? Fun Too Real. Hold on. What you talking about? Cooking with Cheryl. Yeah, biological men shouldn't be in female sports. I got an issue with that too. Yeah, I got a problem with that. But let me tell you something. That LGBT flag, y'all, LGBTQ, anti-LGBTQ flag y'all waving, that ain't our biggest problem. We got bigger fish to fry. We got bigger fish to fry. Yeah, a lot of this stuff that they doing and trying to force this stuff on our kids and put it in the schools and all that stuff, that's an issue. But we got bigger issues in this country right now, way more pressing issues. So when you talking about LGBTQ and that's all you got to talk about, that's all you want to talk about, that lets me know something about you. That lets me know that you ain't no critical thinker. That lets me know that you ain't serious. I just can't take you seriously if that's your biggest gripe. If that's the biggest thing that's on your mind, LGBTQ and how they moving, if that's your biggest problem that you have with America, I can't take you seriously. The police ain't asking black folks what's their sexual orientation before they shoot them in the head, shoot them 25 times in the back. Marcus B, what up? What up? What up? Philip Celestine. Should I say Celestine Philip? Sure. Marcus B, Robert L.B. Dorsey. Salute, salute, salute. Eric McFarlane, no name. Frederick Meredith, Patrick Rowe, Christopher Jones, Angela Jefferson. What's up, Angie? Marlon Gillespie. Gillespie. Well, that's a bad name right there, Gillespie. Mike Dan. What up, Mike? MD. Ronald Starworth. Teresa, love and peace. Okay. That's what we need, man. We need some love and peace around here, man. We need some love and peace. Everybody mad. Everybody angry. You know, I can get mad. I can get angry. But I also know how to compartmentalize that stuff where I have to, because I got to still live. I got kids, so I can't be around my kids and just uptight all the time and mad about everything. I can't be around my woman and be mad all the time and just angry. You know, I got to be able to turn it off, man, reset, hit that button, man, and fall back. And, you know, you got to be able to compartmentalize this stuff and, you know, so that you can live. And you can't let this stuff stress you out, because what good is it that you let somebody like Donald Trump, who really is living his life and doing whatever the hell he want to do, stress you out, and you don't want to end up in an early grave, and he get to live to be, you know, as old as possible. That don't make sense to me. So I ain't letting none of them stress me out. Ain't none of them gonna stress me out. I don't let none of this stuff stress me. I speak on this stuff because I got a conscience. I speak on this stuff because I care about my people. I love people in general. I love people. But this Donald Trump dude, he's a divider. He's a divider and conqueror. That's what he is. He's a divider and conqueror. And he's playing this white supremacist thing all the way. So far, damn near everybody he done named that he gonna give positions to have made white supremacist statements, or they white nationalist. He's rolling back civil rights legislation, rolling back social advancements in race. When he left office in 2020, there were, I think they took a poll. They took a poll, and 2/3, yeah, that's what it was. 2/3 of Americans said that race relations were worse after Donald Trump. They were worse, which means that he did more to divide the country than to bring the country together. Now, some of y'all who might be benefiting from this racist stuff and this discrimination and all this stuff that you think that it's really not affecting you, it don't really impact you, you better pray that the time never comes that this country has to face off against another country with equal might. You better pray. Because if that happens, if that ever happens, the free ride gonna be over. That's my time. I appreciate y'all joining live. Until next time, enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, or evening, wherever you are in the world. I got to get out of here. I'm smelling Donald Trump breath. No more talk.